If someone told you that a person's life is not stuck because of lack of time, money, or opportunities, but simply because they keep waiting, would you believe it? There are people who spend years saying tomorrow, later, when everything is right. They wake up every day with the feeling that something is missing, yet they never take the first step. And while they wait, life keeps moving forward. That was Daniel's story. Daniel was not a man without dreams. On the contrary, he thought a lot, imagined a lot, planned a lot, but he rarely acted. There was always a reason to delay, something that needed to be solved first, a fear that had not disappeared yet, a certainty that never arrived. He told himself he was just being careful, but deep down he knew he was afraid to begin. Every day followed the same rhythm. Daniel woke up early, did what needed to be done, fulfilled his duties, and at night felt that quiet emptiness. It was not deep sadness, but it was not peace either. It was the feeling of living below his potential, of always waiting for a better day without realizing that the days were slipping away. Since his youth, Daniel believed that life would truly begin at some specific moment when he had more money, when he had more time, when he felt more confident, when everything was in place. He did not realize that this perfect moment was just an idea created by the mind to avoid the risk of failure. One afternoon, after another ordinary day, Daniel decided to walk aimlessly along a quiet road outside the city. The sky was clear and the wind was gentle. Along the way, he noticed a simple wooden bench under the shade of an old tree. He sat down, feeling a tiredness that did not come from the body, but from the mind. Soon after, an older man approached and sat on the same bench. He had a calm look, like someone who is not in a hurry to get anywhere. For a few minutes, neither of them spoke. The silence was not uncomfortable. It was deep. Suddenly, the older man spoke without looking directly at Daniel. "You look tired?" Daniel sighed and replied, "It's not my body. It feels like I'm always waiting for something, but I don't know what." The man nodded slowly, as if he recognized that feeling. "Tell me," he asked, "what are you waiting for?" Daniel stayed silent. He had never put it into words before. After a moment, he said, "I'm waiting for the right moment to start living the life I want." The man smiled gently. "And how long have you been waiting?" Daniel thought for a few seconds and realized he did not know. Maybe years. Maybe his whole life. The man then pointed to the road ahead. "Do you see this path? It never promises where it will lead, yet those who walk on it always arrive somewhere." Daniel looked at the road. There were no signs, no clear directions. It made him uneasy. Daniel admitted that he was afraid to start something without guarantees. He wanted to be sure it would work before taking the first step. The man replied calmly, "Most people wait for certainty, but certainty only appears after movement, never before." Those words echoed in Daniel's mind. He realized that his waiting was not caution, but paralysis. Not lack of ability, but too much thinking. The man then asked Daniel to do something simple. He pointed to the ground and said, "Take just one step forward." Daniel hesitated for a moment. It seemed too simple to mean anything important. Still, he stood up and took one step. "What changed?" the man asked. Daniel replied, "Nothing." The man smiled and said, "You left the place where you were. That has already changed, Achi." That moment, Daniel felt something shift inside. He realized that he always believed big changes required big decisions, when in fact everything begins with small steps. Life does not wait for you to feel ready. It simply responds to movement. The man explained that many people spend their entire lives waiting to feel ready, waiting for fear to disappear, waiting for confidence to arrive. But these things do not come before action. They are born after it. Daniel felt a tightness in his chest. He realized how many times he had postponed his own life out of fear of failure. How many times he had confused waiting with preparing. As the sun began to set, the man stood up and said, "Do not wait for the perfect day. It does not exist. Start with the day you have." Daniel thanked him quietly. There were no more questions to ask. He understood. As he walked back, Daniel noticed that fear was still there. But now it no longer led his steps. For the first time in a long while, Daniel was not waiting. He was moving, and perhaps this is the greatest lesson of all. Life does not change when everything fits perfectly. It changes when you decide to stop waiting. If you keep delaying, tomorrow will only repeat today. But if you start now, even in a small way, something inside you will already have changed. If this story spoke to you, write in the comments, "I start now." Like this video if it resonated with you. Subscribe to the channel for more stories that bring clarity and transformation. Thank you for staying until the end. And remember, do not wait. Start now.